Hello, welcome back to the channel, Becoming Mexican, with me, David Matheson. So, it's Sunday, it's the afternoon, and time for one of my Sunday afternoon rants. Normally I do these in the park, don't I? But it's too bloody hot out there. It's like 36 onwards in terms of the heat, and I don't really want to sit there in the park. So here I am at home with a fan blowing, keeping me nice and cool. So, what is today's rant? Well, it's all about Americans coming here into Mexico, escaping the US from whatever is happening up there. It's so odd what's going on in the US at the moment, isn't it? Craziness. Is it a dream? Or is it a nightmare? Anyway, there are many Americans now living in Mexico, escaping the US and what's going on there, as I've said. In Mexico City, a lot of digital nomads, these people who kind of move around wherever in the world, finding a cheap place to live while still working and earning dollars from the United States. And in Mexico City, 3-4 weeks ago, I think it was, there was a demonstration against the fact that many Yanks, many Americans, many gringos are now living in the city, driving up prices, kind of gentrifying areas like Roma and La Condesa. I don't know why, they're nice areas. Why gentrify them even more? And so they're driving up prices. Restaurants everywhere to eat. They're even changing the way restaurants serve their salsas, reducing the heat. Why do you want to reduce heat? If you don't like salsa, don't add any, or add a small amount. Anyway, yes, they're affecting the local food and apparently driving up prices. Especially in rentals, in apartments, etc., and houses. I don't think you can really blame Americans for doing that. I think you could really blame the people who are renting out the houses and flats, really, because they see the person coming in has more money, so they raise the price. So really, if you're going to have a go at anybody, have a go at the people renting out and not the resident, the American who is somehow oblivious to what is happening in terms of costs. Yeah, it's happening in many other parts of Mexico too. San Miguel de Allende is the retirement home for mostly all Americans. And I don't know if they've changed the landscape. I've never been there. I've been to Guanajuato City, but never to San Miguel de Allende. I always remember reading a book about on Mexico time. I can't remember the author now, but that was all about San Miguel and Americans moving into the place. It was a very good read. I enjoyed that one. Other places where you will find many Americans, obviously in Baja California Sur, Baja California Norte, where the life is nice, there's a nice beach, climate is good, sunshine, good food, and a nice view of the Pacific Ocean. Other places in Jalisco, for example, are Lake Chapala, and it's a very nice little town called Ajijic, where many Americans retire to. Apparently, here in Mexico, there are over 1 million Americans who are here illegally. You don't see them getting deported back to the US like the Americans do with Mexicans, because they do contribute to the local economy, although many Americans here don't really pay taxes. And I think that is why in Mexico City they were against, or have been, whatever, against many Americans there because they're not contributing to the Mexican economy in a direct way. Indirectly, yeah, buying local food, going to the taco stand, etc., etc. But Mexico has a very different view on, well, in many small towns, they have a different view on how people are. If you've overstayed your welcome, they tell you, well, just go back over the border, get a new tourist visa, and come back. But really, that's kind of implying a visa isn't really important in Mexico. But Americans, I think, should really follow the rules, like I have done, in getting my various visas and becoming a permanent resident, as I am now. It was so nice to get my permanent residency. No longer having to visit immigration all the time. I do remember one occasion at immigration where there was the guy in front of me who wanted to go through his process. And he handed over documents, and I remember the man behind the counter who guides you to all the different counters you should go to, that his tourist visa was out of date. So rather than say, okay mate, you're being deported, he was told, well, just cross the border, get a new tourist visa, come back, give us this, and we'll process your claim. How interesting. Whether it was the fact that he was a Catholic priest, I'm not sure if that had some bearing on the procedure. But anyway, yeah, I think if you're going to come to any country, Mexico, wherever, you should follow the rules. I have. And you should also embrace the culture, embrace all of the things that go on here, whether they're crazy or not. And yeah, I think that is one of the main bugbears that many Mexicans have, especially in Mexico City, to the fact that there are so many Americans here. You don't really see digital nomads up here in Monterrey. I know we're very close to the American border, but we kind of lack beaches here in Nuevo Leon. The nearest is about 5 hours away over in Tamaulipas. Where is it? I've forgotten the name of the place now. And the nearest place you'll get to from Monterrey in a couple of hours is probably Saltillo. If you want to go to Guanajuato, especially by bus, that's about 10 hours. 12 if you happen to want to get to Mexico City, and an hour by plane. But really, I think we don't have quite so many Americans here in Monterrey. I've been mistaken for an American, which is quite an annoying thing. So I'm going to have a t-shirt printed, especially if I want to visit Mexico City on my September sojourn there. My t-shirt will say, no soy pinche gringo, soy pinche inglés. Actually, I should say, soy pinche escocés. I don't want to be targeted. Anyway, I do speak Spanish. Something many of the people coming in here don't seem to do. They should, if they want to integrate much more. Okay, rant over. Oh, rather a gentle rant, wasn't it? Okay, bye for now. Another rant will be incoming in September. Bye for now. Have a nice life. Enjoy things.